Welcome back, guys. We are here tonight, to watch season 1, episode 4 of House of the Dragon. As you can see, once again, there are 3 of us, not 4. However, Wyatt tag teamed with Kojo, or should I say, tagged out with Kojo. And yeah, Kojo is on vacation. I think Blake mentioned that. Would you mention that in the previous episode?
I mentioned it in the previous one or Lord of the Rings. I can't remember though.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, there's only 3 of us right now, but we're still going to have a great time. Last episode, what all happened?
Dude, last episode was sick. I was a big fan of the last one because we basically got, big battle at the beginning and the end. So yeah, it started with the battle against the crab feeder with Daemon and Corlys, and it seemed like things weren't going too well. And then what? Then they were asking, well, they weren't, but Viserys was essentially being told like he needed to step in, right?
Yeah.
He was being asked to, or petitioned for, or however you'd like to describe it.
Yeah. And then he went on the hunt, which I thought was so lame, right? Because they trapped the deer for him.
Right, that takes all the fun out of it. And they told him where to stab it, and then they had to tell him where to stab it again to kill it. That's got to be unsatisfying for him.
After reflecting on it, after watching it back, I found that the entire hunt was so filled of like symbolism.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Yeah. The white stag.
Yep. The white stag going to Rhaenyra was crazy. Him having to stab and kill the black deer, brown deer, black, whatever, the other stag twice. I thought, and I may have read a couple of theories online, and I cannot remember because they're all just jumbled in my head, which ones I did. But basically, my interpretation now is that he had to stab it twice because his hand is rotting away. He's lost 2 fingers.
Right.
And then on top of that, his hand of the king is plotting against him. So it's like his hand is rotting, and his hand is rotting his reign.
Yeah, that's cool.
And so there was a lot of symbolism there. And then I thought the Daemon experience with Crab Feeder, right? Crab Feeder?
Yeah.
Yeah, Drahar.
That was really like this. I remember seeing on Twitter, like Targaryens and being soaked in blood. So spoilers for Game of Thrones, Battle of the Bastards. Why am I Daenerys with King's Landing, and then I'm pretty sure she had another instance maybe in Meereen where she was soaked in blood. I'm not entirely sure, but there's just so much symbolism in that episode that it's just so well done. It's like this project wasn't rushed.
Exactly.
So far. It hasn't appeared to be rushed. And the time jumps have been really well done, I guess. It's not like Attack on Titan time skips where you come back and you're like, wait a minute, what happened?
Mm-hmm.
Like they kind of say it too at the beginning of the episode. They're like, Your Grace, it's been 9 months since you proclaimed, Alicent to be your wife. And we're like, oh,
right.
Okay.
They let you know. They don't leave you in the dark to figure it out.
Right. And so there's just a lot of things that I really like that's going on in this show.
Well, this is the last episode before a big time skip.
Right.
You know that, right? Yeah, because we're not going to have a Millie Alcock anymore.
We're not going to have a young Rhaenyra.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. I mean, I guess I can't really speak on it because I haven't seen it yet. But I've really enjoyed Millie Alcock. And I'm not familiar. Well, I guess I wasn't really familiar with Millie Alcock's work either, but I'm not really familiar with Emma D'Arcy's work. I believe that's how you say their name. So I'm interested to see how it plays out, but I'm also sad to see young Rhaenyra's actress go.
Same.
Agreed.
So
Now, apparently, though, they picked her after already having Emma Darcy. So, we really love what Millie did. And, we were hoping that Darcy lives up to Millie's character, but it might be the other way around, basically, that they already had those, scenes filmed maybe, or at least planned, in a good character or a good actress for the role.
And it'll be tough to follow. It's kind of like making a sequel to something. I always say that the sequels will never live up to the hype of the originals because you always go into it with these expectations. And now we're going to have these expectations of what Millie Alcock has made Rhaenyra.
Right.
And then if Emma comes in and doesn't approach it, or whatever the issue may be, unfortunately, we're going to have the already predisposition of Millie Alcock's an amazing actress, blah, blah, blah. So I'm a little nervous on how that's going to go, but
right.
At
We
the same
just
time,
want,
I trust the direction.
Yeah, we just want both Rhaenyras to feel like the same character rather than two completely different characters.
Right.
Yeah.
Which, aging up, that's going to make them feel different, but I just don't want it to be
Vastly
excessive.
different.
Right.
I gotcha.
So then at the end of the episode, we see Daemon get the note that Viserys is sending, 10,000 soldiers
2,000.
or something? What?
2,000.
2,000.
And
Okay,
10 ships.
my bad. 10 ships. Okay. Well, obviously that pisses him off because he's like, they're not going to take, the credit for what I set out to do. So then he just fucking solos all of those soldiers. Which
is just hilarious.
That was a
Because it's
badass
like, why
scene.
didn't you? Right. It's like, why didn't you just lead with that, Brody?
I mean, it was a sacrificial attempt, right? Like he didn't know he would survive that, but the situation called for him to do that because, he's pretty egotistical. He wants, all the glory. And he really got it because at the end there, pulling out not just Crabfeeder's head, but like the top half of his torso was just hilarious. Like that is really good Game
And
of
he didn't
Thrones
say a
fashion. I love
word
that.
whole time.
Yeah.
He was just about that action.
I've seen some really funny memes on Twitter pertaining to this, where it's I cannot remember, Aemond Targaryen, I believe, the maester of the Wall of Castle Black, the maester of Castle Black, and it's like it's Jon asking him. It goes, Maester, why do Maester send ravens? And he goes, well, because my brother or uncle or whatever Daemon is to him beat the shit out of the last messenger person somebody sent, so now we just send ravens.
Yeah.
Yeah, that poor guy.
That shit was so funny. He literally didn't say a word. He just beat the living breaks out of that dude.
What is Corlys's youngest son's name? Or I don't know if he has multiple.
Starts
sons.
with an L.
Yeah, it's like Laenor.
Laenor. Okay.
Laenor on Sea Smoke, that dragon was so
sick.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a badass scene.
I love there being a ton of dragons.
Same here.
Did
Like,
you guys
it
see the number
adds
of
to
dragons that are going to be in the series? Like total?
9.
I won't tell you, but it's
I think
a
it's
lot.
9.
Wow. Yeah, that's
I told
exciting.
you.
Whatever, it's fine. It's not like a big spoiler or anything.
I'm pretty
So.
sure it's more than 9.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, I know that one that they mentioned in episode 2 is the big dragon's mate. So Balerion the Dread, I believe was his name. Whatever the mate of his was, is still alive. And I remember them saying like, oh, rumor has it she nested somewhere on the west coast of Westeros or something, or east coast of Westeros or Essos or something. I don't remember. And so I feel like that was foreshadowing on that to show up. And if we get a dragon as big as Balerion the Dread, I believe his name is, that would be so badass. That's really, if there was anything I wanted to see, that'd be
A
what I
big
wanna see.
dragon.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm ready to get into episode 4.
Same.
Here.
All right. Before we get into episode 4, if you guys enjoy our reactions, we'd appreciate if you could drop a like and subscribe. We appreciate all of the support. We've been loving the comments lately, you guys interacting with us. If you check the links in the description, first you'll find a Patreon where you can see the full-length reaction to this episode, as well as everything else that we watch. You'll have to provide your own footage. Below that, links to our social media and a Discord. You can join, come chat with us. We'd love to see you in there. And yeah, let's get into the episode.
Yeah.
So said Queen Alizane herself when she honored my father and I.
And tell me, Lord Dondarrion, did you think my great-grandmother is beautiful as they say?
This was half a century ago, Princess.
Yes, it was.
That was unseemly, Princess.
The man is older than my father. It's unseemly for him to put himself forward as a contender for my hand.
Bro, that's hilarious. I didn't even realize what was going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, neither did I.
And now a child.
The Blackwoods are an ancient house with a formidable army.
My princess. Ours is a bond that has long endured. Since Lucas Blackwood, the grandsire
is
of my
cringe
grandsire,
already.
aided the dragon in his war of conquest.
Aye, the Blackwoods truly turned the tide on that one.
If chosen as your match, princess,
She's trying to stop herself from laughing.
a night safe, under my protection.
Protection? The princess has a dragon, you dumb cunt.
Wow.
God, dude.
I'm gonna like that one.
Craven.
Oh, let's fucking go.
Oh, yeah.
We're leaving.
The kid got him, didn't he? Let's fucking go.
Whoa.
Holy shit.
Well, you get what you get.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear. The boy. That's so badass.
Yeah.
He's gonna see her home
Yeah.
and be like, bruh.
The way he just swaggers in.
Yeah.
I got a little haircut.
Got a crown, too.
Oh, that's a cool shot.
You wear a crown. Do you also call yourself king?
Once we smash the Triarchy, they name me King of the Narrow Sea.
Yo.
My crown and the stepstones are yours.
Rise.
Wonder if he was gonna kill him. That was
Maybe.
Otto's plan.
Probably.
I keep staring at
I
his
like-
fingers.
Yeah, I keep forgetting to look for that.
No.
I'd like to see Daemon talk to Otto after this.
Perhaps Prince Daemon would care for a tour of the gallery. He hasn't yet seen the new tapestries gifted to you by Norvis and Quahor.
Would you like to see the tapestry?
Damn. That's
He has
brutal.
No interest in such things.
As I said,
Ah, incest.
No. Time for some stepmother-daughter bonding.
So the tour did not go well?
I endured it for as long as I could.
It is rare for girls in this realm to get a choice between two suitors, no less two score of them.
They only want my name in my Valyrian blood for their offspring.
I think it's rather romantic.
How romantic it must be to get imprisoned in a castle and me to squeeze out to heirs.
That's what her job is.
I find I have few friends lately. I like to believe I'm still the Lady Alicent, but all anyone sees when they look at me now is the Queen.
I've missed you too.
Aw.
Oh. They're friends again. Incest? I love this soundtrack.
Same. It's a pretty cool trick. Okay.
Okay, Blur. Maybe not.
He called me boy.
That's a Arya callback.
Yeah.
Was that person like dead on the ground, or they just?
I did not.
You
Of course, look down
what?
at the right.
Oh man.
There's his fingers.
I did not know what was going on there.
Ew. Yeah, it's
Let me take
spreading
that.
all over his body.
Yeah, you see the sores on his arms.
Mm-hmm.
They just stand there. But it's so funny to me.
Leave us.
Not every day you get to watch a king get bathed.
You have a far kinder touch than they do.
Thank you, husband.
Thank you, husband.
Now we come to the matter. A girl so young and so slight.
I love when they do plays like this.
Yeah, I remember the one in Game of
Would
Thrones.
she make a powerful queen?
Well, she's gonna learn what
Would she be feeble?
most people think of her.
Yeah.
He has two things Rhaenyra cannot: a conqueror's name and a cock.
Oh my god.
For Copper Street rat in King's Landing, we pay for our pleasures. Hey, stop! Boy! Wait, I'll find him.
Boy!
She didn't even steal it. She just like threw it at him.
Oh. That was kind of a jump scare.
A little bit, yeah.
And who might you be running from now?
Oh no.
It's the Hobbit.
Princess.
Don't.
You take care, boy. Next time you might not be so lucky.
Oh, that bed looks mad comfortable.
Fit for a king.
The king has requested your presence. The hour is quite late. Yes, your grace.
Oh my god, the tapestry on the wall.
Oh, I saw that at the last second.
Oh.
Okay, well.
Blur, 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 blur. What is Damon trying to say with taking her here?
Maybe it's what. What's going on?
This is Viserys, yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, I see why he requested her presence.
Yeah,
I'm so grossed out.
true.
I just saw a straight up wiener.
Yep.
Yeah.
What is this place?
It's where people come to take what they want.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Bro.
It's HBO.
Yeah.
Fucking is a pleasure, you see.
I don't understand this shot.
Bro, it's Damon.
Oh.
Yeah, trying to
Well,
have sex with her.
I know,
You've
but
been
it kept
calling it since
switching
the
between.
Marriage is
like,
Yeah.
yes.
I don't know. I
everyone
wasn't ready.
is fucking. That's all you need to understand right now. It is the hour of fuck.
Fucking who we want.
Isn't she still like 15, bro?
I think he said it's been like 4 years since he's seen her. Like,
Okay, so she
I
might be
guess from
19.
the first
Well,
episode.
that's an improvement, I guess. Still incest, but
Yeah. Bro, this is so wrong.
Don't understand why they couldn't have just done this in the throne, or not the throne room, her bedroom. But he takes her to a freaking whorehouse.
You having some hesitation?
No, I think he's playing with her.
Yeah, because he said this is where you take what you want, so he's trying to like make her do it, I guess. I don't know. Oh, no, he's actually...
Oh.
Yeah, now she's probably like, what?
Damon?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on in his head right now.
She's
trying
lucky.
to embarrass her or something.
She's lucky other people didn't just like grab her. Was he sleeping?
Sarah's
While standing up?
You finished?
He's in the Kingsguard. Chill out. You can't do that.
Oh, okay. What's happening?
I think Damon got her started, and now.
Yeah.
Bro, you know he's tripping.
Yeah.
Jon Snow.
He's actually thinking about the dent she put in his helmet. I'm kidding.
So Damon... Okay. I'll just watch. I'll try to figure it out later. I feel like he can be executed for this.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Most definitely.
That's why he's, you know, it's not really his choice. But he still could be executed, right? But she's not going to say anything to anybody.
I mean, he is a zaddy. And she is the princess.
That's a lot of armor to take off.
Yeah, put back on before somebody realizes he's missing.
He's going through a lot of mental anguish right now.
Yeah. I don't know if you can show this or not.
This might be one of the most intimate, like, scenes I've seen in a TV show.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think it's a little too
suggestive.
Even though they're not showing anything, yeah, I think this might have to be blurred. Just for the sake of safety.
Well, at least I get to watch this beautiful moment with the boys.
Of course, bro. I love the homies.
A messenger brings word from the White Worm.
White Worm? Like Grey Worm?
Oh, God, dude. Here we go.
He gon' snitch.
Yeah.
I'm your protector. Lucky for you.
This girl's accent is still crazy.
This will cut the fog. I learned that the skin trade could only take me so far in this life.
You never were one to stay either.
Okay, so
Hard lessons are not welcomed, but
he plotted with her. Or she controlled him.
I don't know. But Otto's definitely at work.
She said it would help with the fog.
Yeah, like a hangover.
So I wonder if he doesn't remember doing what he did.
Really hope Kristen Cole's back outside her room.
Yeah.
I have discomforting news. I thought it best shared discreetly before the council convenes. The princess was spied last evening in a pleasure house.
What of it?
She was carrying on with her uncle.
Oh, they added that in there.
They were engaged in behaviors unbecoming of a maiden.
What behaviors?
He's really gonna make him say it?
What must I say it, Your Grace?
You entered my bedchamber, accusing my daughter of something. Now speak it. Plainly.
Damon and Rhaenyra were seen together in the bowels of a pleasure den.
Come on.
Coupling.
Who is responsible for this gossip? Have this rumormonger brought before me at once, and I will take their eyes.
All right, the little kid.
I must maintain trusted sources of information, and this one as yet has never led me astray.
You're so sick with ambition that you'd have my daughter stalked, spied upon, awaiting your best chance to destroy her reputation.
I have no such intent, Your Grace.
You
Lie.
think yourself a cunning man?
Yeah, he
Your designs are obvious.
definitely wanted it to
Just
happen,
get
but he
out.
didn't make it happen.
He might have.
Leave me.
He's not working with Daemon.
I'm glad
not
Viserys
so
thought
sure.
through that bullshit.
No, he has spies, and it just happened to be that
Not so sure.
dude. Him and Daemon are not working together. There's no way.
Princess, I have a message from the Queen.
So she's gonna tell Rhaenyra that Viserys knows, or she's just
Yeah.
gonna ask her about it,
Or both.
or both.
I love those trees. Even
Yeah, and
though I
I
don't
love
think
the
they're
way-
entirely real.
Their like meetings
happened last night?
are always at that tree.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Your father accused me of something. Was I drank wine? Left the castle after dark?
That you fucked Damon in a pleasure house.
Oh my god. She doesn't mince words.
No.
Not like her dad.
You Targaryens do have queer customs. And Damon certainly knows no limit.
Alicent, to question my virtue is an act of treason.
I do
Some
not know
Daenerys
specifically.
Your
vibes.
father did not tell you.
He reported it to the king. I overheard.
After she was banging her dad.
So you're accusing me of slander.
But they're married.
This is very interesting.
Yep.
So you did not.
Must I truly refute that?
Well, technically, she's telling the truth.
Yeah, but we're
About
not
that
gonna
part.
mention Kristen
Never
Cole.
touched
Yeah.
me.
Okay, well, that's a lie.
I swear
Yeah.
this to you, upon the memory of my mother.
But it's because she's also trying to defend Daemon.
Mm-hmm.
The king has strived to find you a good match, and so have I. If that lord were to think that you were being sullied, it would ruin everything.
Who's watching?
I regret it.
There's Daemon. They're about to drag him in front of Viserys.
The king demands an audience, my friend.
Take your fucking hands off me.
My daughter. Won't you even deny it?
I need to understand the charge before I can attempt to discredit it.
You defiled her.
Ooh.
She's just a girl. Your niece.
Here is a woman grown. Better her first experience would be with me than some whore.
Oh,
Wow.
Wow.
You have ruined her. I should disinherit her. As I already did you. Be done with it.
Wed her to me. When I offered up my crown, you said I could have anything. I want Rhaenyra. I'll take her as she is and wed her in the tradition of our house.
Yo.
You're already wed.
That didn't stop Aegon the Conqueror from taking a second wife.
You are no conqueror. You are a plague. Sent to destroy me.
Give me Rhaenyra to take to wife, and we will return the House of the Dragon to its proper glory.
It's not my daughter you lust for, is it? It's my throne. Go back to the Vale, Daemon. To your lawful wife.
he's really gonna let him leave.
As you wish, brother.
That's crazy.
Oh, he'll always be a thorn in his side. But I don't think Viserys is going to live for too much longer.
Me either.
The end is nigh.
You believe he lied?
How often does he speak the pure truth?
How does confessing to such things serve him?
By reducing you.
She has a point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Whatever transpired, Rhaenyra is not innocent.
She swore to me that she remains a maiden, and I believe her.
Well, that's your first mistake.
Well,
Yeah, maybe not with Daemon, but with her knight.
yeah, as Kristen looms over her shoulder.
The biggest simp of them all.
Viserys is gonna tell her she's not fit to be heir anymore to the
That
throne.
dagger once belonged to Aegon the Conqueror.
Oh, that's cool.
It was Aenar's before that. Before Aegon's death. The last of the Valyrian pyromancers hid his song in the steel.
From my blood come the prince that was promised.
Bruh.
This
Bruh.
will be the song of ice and fire.
Bruh.
Ooh.
That's
Your
crazy.
heiress would have disinherited you. You will wed Seleno Valarian, and you will do so without protest.
So I can be a remedy for your political headaches.
You are my political headache.
I feel like it's more Damon than her, but
Selena Valarian.
Yeah.
You unite the two most powerful houses in the realm.
And what will you do about the vulture who perches upon your throne?
What vulture?
Your hand.
Hmm.
I will do my duty as heir and with Seleno. But you must first do yours as king.
I mean, facts.
True.
I was about to tell Otto you're fired.
Your Grace.
It's time
Hope
for
so.
beheading.
5 days.
I think that's a little extreme.
You went from being another man in Jaehaerys court to the second most powerful man in the realm. I wonder, how long did it take you to choose yourself over your king?
Your Grace.
I will never recover from Emma's death. But Alicent, she took me through the worst of my grief. She was a calculated distraction.
The Queen loves you.
Mm.
As I know you love her.
Your interests no longer align with those of the realm. Your judgment has been compromised.
A loyal and must tell his king a discomforting truth from time to time, Your Grace. If he doesn't, he's failed as a servant.
You were a faithful servant, Otto.
No longer.
The crown and the realm. Both owe you a debt that can never be repaid. But I can no longer trust your judgment.
About time.
Yeah, he's like, whoa. My whole plan.
Sure he's not done scheming.
No, definitely
I'm
not.
honestly surprised he didn't stab him.
I don't think Otto has what it takes to be the Kingslayer. Directly,
Yeah,
anyway.
he's not the aggressive
I hope
type.
you can forgive the late hour, Princess. I took great care in its preparation.
I'm sorry, what is that?
A tea, Princess, from the King. It will rid you of any unwanted consequences.
Yeah.
Is that birth
It's a
control?
Birth control, yeah. Plan B. Plan,
Plan
T.
T. Let's go.
You get. Oh, that's it?
No, no,
Damn.
no,
Damn.
no. I wanted to keep watching.
Damn, dude.
no.
They always do this.
That's some wild shit.
Yeah.
Whoa, okay. So I was very confused by the entirety of that sequence with Damon taking her into the whorehouse, and then him, like, the shot that confused me at first was her behind Damon, and then Damon trying to kiss her.
Mhm.
So that confused
Oh.
me.
Yeah, I think it was just trying to, emphasize that they, had been drinking, maybe. I don't know, made the shot confusing.
Yeah, but I don't know. I was just decently confused by that. So
Bro, Damon must have drank something fierce, because
that's
like in the morning he couldn't like walk on his own. He was just on the floor. Like that was a hangover from hell.
yeah, that's why I thought he was not of the right mind, like when he did it. That's why I was saying, when you were saying, oh, when Wyatt, you were saying that Otto and Damon wouldn't be working together. I didn't think they were necessarily working together. More like Otto used Damon by giving him,
He like poisoned him or drugged him or something.
drugged him, or I don't know. But it just seemed weird how all of that lined up. And then that boy that came into the
White
room and
Worm?
handed her money,
Is that his name?
I think. The boy that came in and handed her the money. You remember that?
Yeah.
That was the same boy that was the spy,
spy.
that told Otto.
So that
Yeah,
connects
because-
him to
so-
Otto. Mhm.
Yeah. So Otto, he's he's set up, obviously, eyes all over the city, kind of like
Varys.
huh?
Varys.
Yeah. So basically he probably,
Or maybe Littlefinger is who you're referring to.
Littlefinger, yeah. So he probably, that woman that was Damon's fake wife or whatever for a
quote
period of time.
unquote whore.
Yeah, she's probably working with Otto or for Otto, and then she goes and like hands money to people who get information for her. So it just makes this like huge agency, basically, or
I get what you're saying.
What's
It's
the
like
right
big
word?
spy ring.
Yeah.
See, the thing
Organization,
that
almost
just trips me out is Damon wakes up and he's like literally plastered. And so like, but then he goes in front of the king and he says that he did all this stuff when all we saw was
Like he kissed her, but he
was very
basically implied they went all the way.
Right. Which my understanding of what happened.
Otto fabricating it, making it seem more extreme than it actually was.
Right. So there's so many moving parts that I don't think I totally fathom what's going on at this point. Like I'll probably have to rewatch it to actually gain a full understanding of what's going on.
Yeah.
But what we do know is her and Kristen Snow, if you will, did the dance. So she's not telling the full truth. But then again, if she told the truth, Kristen Cole would be beheaded immediately.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. But I'm probably gonna have to rewatch it to get a better understanding because
what I was saying earlier when she was talking to Allison about it, and I said that she was also defending Damon, that's because she could have came out with the full truth and said everything that happened, but just blames it on Damon for, corrupting her or using her. But rather she says that they never even did anything close to that because they're, family. They wouldn't do that.
Right.
But even Allison told her, your family has a history of stuff like that.
Yeah, that's true.
So, yeah, I don't quite have an understanding of it, but I'm glad that it seems like Viserys is finally getting rid of Otto.
Yeah,
because in all honesty, I thought Otto was going to be the one to kill Damon or Viserys.
I could see that. Although it wouldn't be like him stabbing him. It would be
right. I think
poison or political maneuvering.
I think he'll set up like a whole series of dominoes, like a chain reaction of events that eventually leads to Viserys's death. I think he'll be the cause of it, but he's just not gonna like Jaime Lannister him.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like that entire episode was just like an episode of The Bachelorette.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the middle
basically
of the
just for that scene
was insane. Like everyone was getting it on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we literally at one point saw just a plain wiener.
We saw it multiple times in the background.
Okay.
Yeah.
I only noticed one.
You'll have to
and I
watch
was
it
like,
back and
oh,
look extra
Schmeat.
close. There are multiple shots. I promise. I'm gonna have to see it again while editing. So
right, it's only right that I suffer as well. So yeah, I feel like that's really all we have to talk about. But I feel like this is like
there's one more
teeing
thing.
it up for next week.
Rhaenyra is now she's being forced to marry Laenor.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she said she will, but she also told her dad, you gotta get rid of this guy. And he did. So I think that's good on both of their parts, doing their duty. Although, you kind of wish Rhaenyra was free to make her own choice. But I guess the suitors that were hand-picked for her, I mean, we saw them. They showed us like two in detail, an old man and a little boy. Let's just assume the rest of them all had similar problems. Of course, she's gonna gravitate towards Kristen Cole, and I guess before that, I mean, I know Damon said like wed her to me or whatever, but I don't know if she would actually consider doing that. And I don't even know if he was like being serious, or I feel like he was just trying to mess with Viserys in that scene.
I mean, I can definitely see her being okay with it. Just because I've always felt like they kind of had that connection, but I don't know, because now she kind of has this, because he was talking about how like marriage is just a duty. It's not, you still have desires and you're allowed to pursue those desires or whatever he said. So I wonder if it's going to lead to them. I don't know. Maybe she marries Laenor and then gets with Daemon later. I don't know. But I feel like Daemon's the end game. That's just my opinion. Even though he's a turd.
See, it's like they make you go through an emotional roller coaster with that character, because like 1 minute you really like him and you're like, oh, this dude's badass. And then the next minute you're like, man, he sucks. He is a terrible human being.
I feel like the best way to describe him would be anti-hero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's just the way for me.
I think the king is going to die very soon based off of his wounds, the way they're spreading even more severe all over his arms and back. I think that's just symbolism for like his time is about done. What would be interesting is if like he gets rid of Otto as his hand, if those infections started healing up. Obviously his fingers couldn't grow back, but like the sores on him, they started healing.
That'd be insane. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe Otto's been giving him some
Otto's been like sharpening the blades on the chair with a whetstone just to make sure he cuts himself.
Right.
But yeah, also like making the iron wet so that it rusts. Give him some tetanus. Yeah, I think he'll die either in between this next episode or during the next episode.
Oh, I feel like there's no way they kill him off screen.
Yeah,
I don't know. The next episode could start with a funeral. There's a huge time skip.
Yeah, I was going to say, you know how you mentioned the time skip? I feel like he's going to die before the time skip.
Yeah.
Well, I'm freaking pumped.
Same.
I'm sad that this is the last time we get Millie Alcock, right?
Yeah.
But I'm also excited for Emma D'Arcy
sure.
to come in and hopefully own the role just as well as Millie did, because honestly, for a young actress without much
experience,
that's a big, she did a great job of really just like, because when you see blonde Targaryen woman, you think Daenerys. And while she paid her dues to Daenerys, she also really just owned the role and gave us Rhaenyra, and I applaud her for that. I wish we had more time. I wish there wasn't a time skip, but I'm also excited to see what comes next.
Same
here.
So, you guys got anything else? I feel like, again, that episode was just like an episode of The Bachelorette.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good too.
Word.
All right. Well, like I said in the beginning, if you guys like that reaction, make sure to like, subscribe, let us know, hit the notification bell if you want to know when next week's reaction drops, as well as anything else we put out. We upload a video almost every day, so a bunch of content over here. If you want more content, check out our Patreon, link in the description, social medias, and join our Discord. Come chat with us about House of the Dragon or any of the other things that we're watching that you would like to talk about. And we'll see you guys next week.
See you then.